We are telling anonymous sex stories. You know how we do this every other Wednesday. We're going live and we're telling anonymous sex stories that were sent to us by our followers. This episode is going to be about tell us a time that you had sex with your bro or sis. You know, those people that you quote bro or sis, and you tell your friends, oh, don't you tell your boyfriend or girlfriend, don't worry about him. That's just my bro and sis. But you guys actually had sex, right? So those are the stories we're going to get into tonight. But before we get into that, I want to introduce our co-host for this week. She is beautiful, and I'm going to see if she's in the live right now so I can add her in. Where is she? Okay, hold on. Let's see if I can find her. Irma, I don't see you in the live. Okay, here we go. Wait, I found it. Wait, no, that's not you. Karen, can you go ahead and send Irma the link? Hey Ray. Karen, can you send Irma the link so she can join us? How's everyone doing today? Is everybody coming out to Cups and Combos on Saturday? If you're not coming out, please, I'll be there. I'll be hosting karaoke. So if you want to meet me there. We're going to be doing karaoke from 10 to 12 at Cups and Combos game night. So that should be fun. Let me just. Hey everyone, thank you for joining. We're about to get started very soon telling our anonymous sex stories that were submitted to us. Again, we're talking, there we go. There she is. There she is. Accept. There we go.
Hello.
Hi. Feedback. Hi, Irma.
Hello, everyone. I'm glad to be here.
We're glad to have you. So, Irma, just tell everyone a little bit about yourself, who you are, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
Yeah, so my name is Irma. I'm from Houston, Texas. I was born and raised in Texas. I lived in Austin for a little bit, and then I am new to New York City as of last year. So, I am excited to officially be breaking into the sex ed world here with y'all, especially with Spicy Studios. I'm excited to talk about everything hotels tonight. A little bit about my professional background. I majored and minored in journalism and women's studies in college, and then after I graduated, I became a sexual health and abortion counselor, and then from there a birth doula, and then from there I went back to school to get licensed as a sex educator, and then from there I am now at Jane's Due Process, which is a nonprofit in Texas that helps teens access a judicial bypass for an abortion whenever their parents don't consent.
Mm-hmm.
And I work very closely with reproductive rights and sexual health. And then from there is where I started Dirty South Sex Ed to bring all of that information to not just teens, but everyone in the South. And then from there, everyone else.
That sounds amazing. And Texas needs that because we know Texas going crazy down here with all their strict reproduction.
It's a shit show.
It's a shit show. No, that's the best way to describe it. It's a shit show. And I'm so glad that you and other people are involved to get that stuff situated because yuck, get out of our fucking vaginas. So, Irma, this is how it goes. And people, if you're new to Spicy Poll Wednesday, this is how it goes. I'm going to be telling anonymous sex stories that were submitted by our followers. The topic was tell us a time that you had sex with the bro or sis, you know, the ones they say, oh, don't worry about that one. And it's like, yeah, maybe I should worry about that one. So those are those stories. And then we're going to rate the story from 1 to 5 chili peppers. People in the audience, we're going to vote it from 1 to 5 chili peppers, 1 being mild and 5 being very, very spicy. And then we're going to guess zodiac signs because We all know that the reason why people do things is because of their zodiac signs, right? And then at the very and then at the very, very end, Irma, you are going to tell us a story about a time that you had sex with a bro or sis, and we'll take it from there. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get started. And feel free to comment anytime you want. Give me 1 second. Okay. Okay. So the first story that we're going to go over, I call this one swiping, no swiping. She goes.
Could go either way.
Yeah. She goes. Me and my bro were friends since kindergarten. What did I just say? I never looked at him in that type of way. Like our families know each other. When we had significant others, we would make it a point to make them feel comfortable about our relationship. That's how I believe you need to do it, because jealousy shit is not it. About a few years ago, I was with my then boyfriend, and my bro, we'll call him Greg, was single. So she was with her boyfriend, but her bro was like single. Cool. This wasn't out of the ordinary. This happened a lot through the course of our friendship. The only difference this time is Greg was single, in the streets, and on demon time. Bad combination.
Greg was running the streets, but he is single, so he is able to do that.
He is able. As long as you're single, you're able to run and rip the streets. Just be nice to people, okay? And be honest. When you rip and run the streets, just be honest with people, right?
Exactly. We should leave some templates, like in the comments, what to say when you don't know how to be honest.
Right. No, seriously. I just wish. Hey, Nick. I just feel like when you're gonna be single, you're gonna be for the streets. You really just need to be honest about where you are, because you don't want to lead anyone down the wrong thing. If you want to be out there, that's cool, but you gotta be honest with people so they don't catch feelings and all that shit.
It is key.
Right. Exactly. So, other things trigger this, but we're not going to get into all of that. Anyway, one day we're hanging out per usual. We went to happy hour with him, and he was telling me all the girls he was smashing. I'm telling him he's crazy, and I'm telling him that he's crazy and he gotta chill. After a few drinks in, he gets this look in his eye. I never seen this look before, but I'm drunk, so I try to play it off low key. He turns my bar stool around to face him directly and says, "I love you." And I say it back because that's my nigga. Of course I love him. He then says, "No, I'm in love with you. I've realized this since you got with Michael, her then boyfriend." So here's my thing about men. They don't.
But
let's talk about this real quick. And I don't mean it to be a gender war, but like men do this all the time. And guys in the comments, please tell me why y'all do this. You have like a girl, whatever, and she's amazing, but you either one, play it off like you don't like her, two, you don't confess your love to her, and as soon as she's on to the next man, that's when you're like, "Oh, baby, please, don't do that." Like, can men please explain to me why y'all do that? I need to know. Is any man gonna I just need a man to come on and tell me why y'all do that. Anyway, do you know why they do it, Irma?
I'm ready to read people's responses as to why they do that themselves, because ultimately there's like a variety of reasons. And at the end of the day, it always boils down to greed, but we'll talk about that later.
Period. So some men are saying grown men don't act like that, period. But I do see a lot of grown men act like this, so.
Exactly.
Everything is timing. Okay. So the question is, why do men, they have this amazing girl in front of them, and they either play it cool like they don't want them, or two, they act too cool for it. And then when they get with someone else, then it's like, baby, please let me confess my love to you, baby, 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 please. So my question is, why didn't do that? So put your comments in, guys, so we can read them and so we can figure this all out. Anyway, some backstory. Michael and Greg had some weird beef between them, having to do with Greg messing with Michael's cousin. It got messy. They were keeping the peace and being cordial because of me. Anyway, he leans in and kisses me. I jump back because I'm shocked. I'm trying to take it all in, but then I just kiss him back. So now we're at the bar tonguing each other down. It got heavy and my pussy was a whop. He whispers, let's go back to my place. Ooh, don't you love a good makeout session that makes you go?
Makeout sessions that can get your pussy wet so perfectly without no other foreplay. It's high tier.
I think
all you need is just kissing. Listen.
I tell people that I think kissing and the art of kissing is so underrated. Because you can get a woman so wet just off of how you're kissing her.
I will say that shit like that has gotten me in trouble.
What kind of trouble, Irma?
It has gone both ways where the kissing was amazing, like, oh my gosh, I want you. And then the sex was horrible. And I felt catfished by the time. I'm like, how are you a good kisser? But that's it. But okay, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, I guess. And then there were people who we're opposite. Not the best kisser, but great at everything else. It's just not. I hate when there's no correlation with these two things.
I hate that. I hate that. Like, oh, how you gonna be great at kissing, but then your stroke game terrible?
Yeah, because now we just wasting each other's time.
Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that. Ladies, have you ever been through that where someone was an amazing kisser and then by the time y'all had sex, you were like, damn, this ain't it? Please sound off in the comments below. Anyway, we get to his place and his roommate is home and he makes a comment about how he never see us in this state. I guess he meant tipsy as fuck and being touchy and feely with each other. So we get to his room and he starts to take off my clothes, but not drunkenly, with care. When he got me down to my bras and panties, he took 2 fingers and started rubbing on my pussy. The friction of my panties and fingers had me soaring. While he was doing that, he started kissing on my neck and moved his way down to my breast. I unhooked my bra and exposed them. I unhooked my bra and exposed them, and he carefully bit and sucked on each nipple. He took his finger that he was rubbing my pussy with He took his fingers that he was rubbing my pussy with and then put them in my mouth and then put them in mine. No, put them in his mouth and then put them in hers. Okay, I see what he did. He finally took off my panties and ate my pussy like we didn't just have food at the bar. He pinned my pussy lips back and focused on the clit. I was in heaven, not even thinking about Michael. So, Irma, I have a question. When it comes to receiving head, are you focus on the clit, or you just kind of lick all over, or you bite it a little bit? What is your what do you like to do? How do you like to receive head?
So, I am clear and I give and receive head.
Mm-hmm.
We're women, we're femmes. So personally, I like to receive head similarly to our to the person who submitted the story where the lips are separated and focused on the clit. And I like the triple threat of having fingers inside with someone sucking on the clit and then someone and then that person also holding rubbing my nipples. So it's
it's a combination.
Yeah, I love it.
So what is your technique?
And then my technique is similar. I personally love to also separate the lips to focus also on the clit. But like I said earlier, communication is key. There have been people who preferred to for me to focus on their labia majora, which is the outside, and then like penetrate with my tongue, and then go to the clitoris. So everyone is different. I personally just prefer clitoral stimulation and just stay there, and then do everything else with like your fingers. But a lot of people like the tongue to be like from like if you're eating the eating the groceries all the way.
Yep, front to back.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Whole thing.
But that's the beauty of everyone's body being different, right? Where you don't know what this person is going to like, or you don't know what makes this person tick until you ask them, until you talk to them. And it doesn't even have to be like, all right, so like before we get into this,
let me take my pen and paper.
Exactly. It can be sexy in the moment, like while y'all are kissing and while you're like stroking her clit or whatever. While you're down there, like, do you like this? Do you like that? Oh yeah, you like that, or something like that. Just keep that communication going throughout the process, and also pay attention to body signals. There are moments that someone's body may tense up because they may not like it, or they're not into it, or they're really not feeling that particular movement. And then there's other times where their bodies are all on you and they're squeezing their head. Then that means do not. There are a lot that will tell the person that's giving that's giving head, like, I like you right there, and then they end up moving to a different spot where it's like, you should stay there.
Right.
They said to stay there.
I always tell people, like, you listen to people's bodies. You know, like that. I think that's going to be key, especially if you have someone who's never communicated before about like what they like. It's good to just be very aware of how someone's moving in the bed with you. So she goes, she's not even thinking about Michael. So not even thinking about her boyfriend. I have an explosive orgasm because this was forbidden sex and it made it more exciting. He pulls down my pants and he pulls down his pants and exposed his erect dick. Decent size, I thought. The last time I saw his dick was in 3rd grade when someone pantsed him. He tells me, you don't need to suck it. I just want to be in between your legs. That line got me heavy. Because sometimes you just don't want to suck dick.
Especially if you like were not in the headspace for that.
Yeah.
Or it's common where people on the first time they have sex type of date give head to someone with a penis.
Yeah.
Usually people with penises can experience pleasure without getting oral, versus someone with a clitoris has to have clitoral stimulation, aka most likely with oral, in order to have a more pleasurable experience.
Period, poo. So eat more pussy. Stop sucking dick, ladies. I'm just kidding.
Well, and get someone who is down to give you head on that first, I'm sure it exists.
It's definitely out there. There's men who definitely gets pleasure off of pleasing others, and they don't need oral.
Exactly, but not everyone's the same. So at the same time, one of the things of like not feeling that pressure in and of itself creates arousal, creates desire, and arousal, desire, two different things. And when it comes to pleasure is all connected in the mind. Like actually, like a lot of people think that with sex and pleasure, it's all in our genitals, but it's all in our brains. Our brains are the ones who interpret what is going on in the outside world, and it is pleasurable. So if you're not okay up here, you're not going to be okay down there.
Not at all.
If someone is being told you don't have to give me head, and that belief to them, they're going to experience.
Oh yeah. And, okay, is my phone acting weird? It might be my Wi-Fi. My bad. But yes, everything to what Irma said, right? Got to be in the right headset. I mean, the headspace. It's all connected, baby. So she goes, we get into missionary. He strokes me the first time and I gasp in pleasure. He puts in a few more strokes and lifts my legs to my knees and put my toes in his mouth while stroking me. Love that move. I was amazed and also in love with his sex skills. He kept asking me while stroking me, "You've been wanting this dick?" And I just kept saying yes. He then flips me on the side and side strokes me. He puts my hand on my own pussy and commanded me to play with myself while he fucked me. Of course I did. I ended up coming again. He then lifts my legs in the air and keeps stroking, but then nutted on my back. Yeah, we didn't use a condom. He cleans me up and then but post nut clarity came. I just had sex with my bro. I got up out of there quick and avoided him for like 2 weeks. We finally talked about it and determined that we would never do it again. Well, that was a lie because we did it multiple times after that. We're currently in a crazy situationship. See what happens when you open that door?
It's more of a triangle ship.
Yeah, see what happens when you open that door? Now you say, "Oh, we would never do this again," and then you go back. So, huh?
I do say that when someone experiences pleasure with that degree and with someone that they're very comfortable with, what did we just talk about? That mind-body connection.
Yeah.
So there is going to be amazing sex with people who you may not necessarily find yourself in a relationship with or will ever be in a relationship with.
Right.
And it is okay, and it is possible to have amazing sex with people that you're never going to be in a relationship with, and vice versa. It's also possible to be in a relationship with someone and not have the best sex ever, but y'all connect in other ways, right? And work on that. But now we're kind of entering a space of like I said earlier, like of greed, and I don't know if I have any Bell Hooks fans.
Oh wait, Tasha, are you in here? Tasha's a huge Bell Hooks fan.
Okay, great. Yes. And so if anyone has read All About Love, which I do recommend, it is a great primer to get folks into the mind space of it is possible to love more than one person, of course, and wanting to be with more than one person. It's very possible to be in open relationships, polyamorous, but there's also this belief and this concept of greed that humans naturally have, specifically more men, but just in general, where we want the amazing sex and the perfect partner, but sometimes these two people are not going to be
the same thing.
Person.
Nope.
And at that point, humans are faced with decisions where you have to figure out like what kind of happiness are you looking for and what kind of life are you looking for, because ultimately we're not going to have it all.
Right.
You can't have amazing sex. You can work at having amazing sex with someone you are not currently having amazing sex with. So for this person, if she is seeking amazing sex and wants to stay with her partner, that's something that we can work on versus going with the bro. But if the bro is who she is meant to be with, I am all for exploring that for sure. It is hard. It is very hard.
I don't know. For me, just like certain lines, I just don't like ever want to cross. But people in the audience and Irma, what are you rating the story from 1 to 5? Chili Peppers, 1 being mild and 5 being very, very spicy. And can you guess both of their zodiac signs? People in the audience, can you guess their zodiac signs? And what are we rating the story from 1 to 5? Chili Peppers, 1 being mild and 5 being very, very spicy. Starting with you, Irma.
I am going to rate this story a 4.
Okay.
Only because it would get spicier once her partner finds out. Or other people find out. Or, you know, when there's like more drama added to it.
Yeah.
Then that's some spicy ass shit. But right now, it's spicy, but it can't.
It needed more drama. And what do you think their zodiac signs are? Not 3 because she didn't want to give head. Shut up.
Gemini.
You said Gemini.
Gemini.
Okay.
I can't necessarily pinpoint what she would be.
Okay.
What's your
People in the audience, what are you saying? So we have 3 chili peppers. What do we think their zodiac signs are? So Irma guessed Gemini for the man, but she can't pinpoint the woman. So what are you guys thinking based on this, right? Let me know in the comments. Yo, Paul, you're so stupid. We're saying Scorpio. Bitches B. Who's the Scorpio? The man or the woman?
I want to say Scorpio for her, but I feel like she does have some stability inside.
No Scorpio slander.
Like, there's chaos, but not that much chaos, I feel.
Well, to you guys, surprise, they're actually both Leos.
No.
So everybody was off. Everybody.
At sex, I will give them that.
Leos? Oh, yeah.
Leos are,
They're very confident in the bed, and I love that.
and they're not afraid of feedback, so they will like take it all in. Like, what do you want me to do better? What do you want me to change?
Mm-hmm.
Like some of my best sex has been with
Leos?
a Leo.
Okay. No, someone says it's a toxic pair.
I mean, yeah, at this point.
Oh man. All right, guys. If you are fucking with the content, please follow The Spicy Studios at The Spicy Studios on Instagram and Twitter. We're also hosting a brunch next Saturday where I'm going to be hosting. We're going to just celebrate 2 years of Spicy Studios. So it's our 2nd anniversary. And then later on that night, we're going to Cups and Combos game night where I'll be hosting karaoke. So if you want to spend the day with me, go follow Spicy Studios and go ahead and follow Spicy Studios and join us for our brunch next Saturday. It's going to be very fun. You'll get to meet me. There's games. There's going to be a nice sexual, sultry performance. So, yeah, follow The Spicy Studios. Spicy Studios, are you still in the chat? Can you just tell people, just put follow in the comments? Thank you. Again, follow The Spicy Studios. Oops. The Spicy Studios on Instagram and Twitter, and come join us for brunch. We are almost sold out of tickets, so I don't want people to not have any. Thank you. All right, next story we're going to get into. This one's called Lovers and a Friend.
By any chance, did you already read the stories, like ordered them?
Yes, because it's going from mild to, in my mind, mild to spicy. This is how I usually order them. All right. She goes, I had a threesome with my boyfriend and his bro, and I loved it. We love that for you, sis.
Exactly.
We love this for you. I was always cool with my boyfriend's bro. The 3 of us always had fun with each other. We all decided to take a group trip together. It was a group of 8. We wanted to get away and escape to New York City, especially during the lockdown. The first night, we all played games, drank, ate food, just straight vibes. The second night got a bit interesting. My boyfriend posed a question to the group, more directed to the women, and asked, do women fantasize about having trains ran on them? I think he got it off of one of spicy questions you guys asked. You probably did, because I say this all the time. I say that, a lot of women would like to be pleased by 2 men at the same time, but they're scared to, because of what society has made it seem like you are. It's like frowned upon, so no woman, like a lot of women won't say it out loud. And I think Paul put it in one of his polls too. P, if you're still in here. And even with his poll results, it says that most women would like to be pleased by 2 men at the same time. So if that includes either having a threesome or getting a train ran on them, then so be it. So there we have it. Majority.
and it all comes down to what every individual person loves and enjoys. So you do you.
That's what I'm saying. I'm encouraging you. Not all aboard. Not all aboard. Majority of the women said yes, including me. He looked at me in utter awe. He asked me, what? I explained to him, 2 men pleasing me at the same time. Why wouldn't I want that? Copy, he said. I didn't think much of it. While everyone was outside in the enclosed porch, my boyfriend and his bro and I were in the living room just chatting. My boyfriend brings it up again and he thinks that's crazy that I wouldn't mind have a train ran on me. I asked him what's so surprising. I almost had the opportunity. So his bro goes, would you do that with me and my boy? Now this surprised the shit out of me because how are you asking this in front of my man? But my boyfriend was staring at me, waiting for me to answer. I thought it was a test at first and said, hell no. Then my boyfriend replies, why not? Even if I'm okay with it. I told him that was different. I wouldn't mind that at all. My boyfriend put his hand on my thigh and said, come on, let's go. Fuck it, let's do it. They led me into the bedroom and laid me on the bed. My boyfriend started to kiss me and his bro was taking off my shorts. I couldn't believe this was actually happening. My boyfriend started kissing my neck and his bro found his whole face in my pussy. My man slipped out his dick and I started sucking his dick. His best friend lifted my bottom half of my body and started licking my asshole as my boyfriend got into 69 position with him on top and was licking my pussy. This was the most pleasurable I felt in quite some time. I was trying to suck and gag on my man's dick, but these niggas was trying to send my soul to heaven. I finally squirted and gave my man and his bro a facial. Come on, sis.
Yes.
Give them a facial.
Love this for her.
Give them a facial, sis. All of them.
Yes, please.
She goes, we moved positions and I started sucking on both of their dicks, just like I've seen in the porns. The porns. She says, it's actually kind of fun sucking 2 dicks at the same time. His bro moved behind me, put on a condom, and started fucking me from behind while I started sucking on my man's dick. Then my man flipped me over, had me lay on top of him while he was fucking my pussy. His best friend came slowly and started to put his dick in my ass. He was going slow, making sure I was comfortable, and my dude was slow fucking my pussy. You haven't felt anything until you had 2 dicks inside of you, even if it's a dildo and a real dick. Has anyone in the audience ever experienced that? 2 penises at the same time? Even if one was like a dildo or an inanimate object? Irma, I'm going to ask you this. You don't have to answer. You can plead the fifth. I'm going to ask you the same thing.
I always answer, first off.
Okay.
I have not had 2 penises inside of me because I'm very gay.
Oh. She said, because I'm very gay. Heard you. She said, it ain't for me. Thanks.
I am very gay. I have had a penis with a butt plug inside at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
It is very pleasurable. It is the most pleasurable experience for me when all of the holes are covered. Like that is why if you are interested in like for our viewers, if you have thought about it and are interested, it is something to look into if you don't want to start like obviously do anal, but having small butt plugs to start off with do exist to get that fullness sensation while your man, your boyfriend, whoever is also inside of you at the same time. Or you can also buy a dildo and a butt plug and put them inside of you to also experience that sensation. You don't even have to have a human to experience these things. But like I said, me personally, I have had a penis and a butt plug, not 2 penises inside of me. When I have threesomes, they're more with women, and I've had threesomes with one man and then me and another woman. Mm-hmm. It hasn't ever been 2 men. Not my pleasure cup of tea, but still love that fullness sensation.
Ladies, if you do want to try anal, if you're interested, I do have a link to some silicone butt plugs that are they call it's called anal training. So they have a very small one, then they have a medium one, and if you get to a certain point, you want to use the large ones. You can use large ones. So if you are interested in butt plugs, you can DM the Spicy Studios page, and we will send you the link or the butt plugs. Okay, she goes. We went like this for about 15 minutes until his bro nutted, and then 10 minutes later, my boyfriend nutted in me. They finished me off by both licking my pussy at the same time, which made me come crazy. We kicked his bro out while me and my man cuddled for the rest of the night.
I feel like all I'm seeing is donuts, glazed donuts.
Glazed donuts.
She has lived the dream.
It's giving Krispy Kreme, and I love it here. All right, guys.
Best in life.
She's had the best life. Her pandemic was amazing. Guys, what are you rating the story from 1 to 5 chili peppers, 1 being mild and 5 being very, very spicy? And can you guess everybody's zodiac sign, including the one who told the story, her boyfriend sign, and the best friend sign? She goes, how's the dynamic after, though? That's a very good question. I wonder what is the dynamic after that? Because now you just opened the door. So we have, so Irma, you're going to go first. Well, how you rate it, and can you guess your zodiac signs?
So I'm going to rate it a 3 chili peppers because I didn't think that it was spicy in the sense of dramatics.
Mm-hmm.
3 because threesomes are very popular. Nothing against. Wait, I'm gonna change it to a 3.5.
Mm-hmm.
So, threesomes are very common, very popular. What I guess makes this more spicy is that it's not common for due to toxic masculinity and homophobia for men together to just be open about having sex, or have their penises out in front of each other. So that to me actually is a beautiful aspect of this friendship.
Yeah.
And I think if I were to find out what the dynamics are after, and if they've done it again, it can go to a 4.5 and a 5.5. Like, that's what I want to know.
Hopefully they send like an update soon. If you're in the audience who sent this story, if you can get us an updated story, that would be amazing. I will definitely tell it on our next live.
I would love to know, and I would love to also cheer you on for being one of God's favorites. I do think that the friend is a Leo.
Okay.
I do think the friend is a Leo.
Uh-huh.
I think that she may be an Aquarius.
Uh-huh. And what do you think the boyfriend's is?
And the boyfriend, I'm going to say a Gemini.
Okay.
He was still. But I think that Geminis just tend to be down asses.
They really do.
With sex.
They really do. All right, let's see what the audience says. We have 5 glazed donuts, 5 chili peppers, a wowzers. Someone says someone's a Libra in this mix. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we got 6 partners. Someone says Sag. So someone in this mix is a Sagittarius, I like to call them. Libra. Okay. So the one who told the story is an Aries. Her boyfriend is a Libra. And the bro is an Aquarius.
Okay. There's an Aquarius in there.
What? See, this is my thing about Scorpios. Scorpios always think they in something. Bye, Scorpios. This is not your game. What you was going to say, Irma? I'm sorry. What did you say? You broke up. I didn't hear you.
Oh, no, I was like, Scorpios are always in people's business. Like, man, this is a waste.
Wait, no slander for Scorpios because I have 4 placements in Scorpio. I have 4 places. I'm hella nosy, which is why I have this platform.
I personally love the chaos, but
I swear my life is, I'm a Libra, but I swear it's not so much chaos in my life. All right. We're moving on to our last story. But before we go into our last story, if you are fucking with Spicy Studios, please follow us on Twitter or on Instagram. That is The Spicy Studios. And if you want to come rock out with me all day next Saturday, I am hosting a brunch for Spicy Studios' second anniversary. Tickets are almost sold out. And I am going to be at Cups and Convos game night for karaoke. So you can catch me there from 10 to 12 doing some karaoke with you guys. But yes, if you want to go ahead and join the brunch with us, please follow The Spicy Studios, The Spicy Studios. The link to the brunch is right in our bio. Go ahead and click on it. And we're actually there to have brunch and then do karaoke. It's going to be a fun-filled day. Fun-filled day. All right. Last story of the evening, and then we're going to hear Irma's story. This one's called Mic Drop. And so when I read this story, oh shit is all I can say at the end of it. So you'll see why in a minute, why is this an oh shit story.
Okay.
She goes, I have a homeboy that I consider my bro, but occasionally we fuck from time to time. To the world, we seem to be best of friends. And we never crossed that line, but they never knew that we slut each other out. I think we mostly have sex when we find ourselves in relationships. I think we get the thrill out of it, coercing each other to cheat. I don't even want to start there, but we're gonna keep going. I don't even want to pick that apart. One day my ex found out and blew our cover. We were all at a function at a mutual friend's apartment. I was with my ex at the time, and my friends were there, including my bro. My ex and my bro were cool and got along well, which got me hot. Not towards my ex, but towards my bro, because if they got too close, things may expose themselves, and I was right, it did. We were all having a great time at the function, smoking, drinking. When I drink, I love sexting my bro to keep things interested. I love a good sex section though, like a sexting session. Whoa.
Words about when it comes to sex love languages, and I want people to also know that the 5 love languages can all be translated into sex, like physical touch, all of that. So words of affirmation during sex, like that is foreplay. That is also like what's going to get people going.
Right.
That is what produces WAPs people.
Okay.
I don't need to kind of like fucking devour me.
Just talk about it.
That in and of itself is just so steamy.
Right.
Unfortunately, happen when we're in public, and so we gotta like keep it together.
Right, it was like, damn, fuck. So there would be times I would be sexting my bro, but then end up having sex with my ex, or even vice versa. I go off in a corner with my girls and I start sexting my bro. I told him that he needs to eat my pussy from the back in the bathroom. I told him I wanted to sit on his face and come on his tongue. I started watching him from across the room to wait to see if his reaction when he got the message. I'm trying to do it discreetly because I don't want my boyfriend to notice and make things hot. As soon as he gets my text, his eyes lit up and he's laughing to himself. He texts me back that I should meet him in the bathroom in 30 minutes. That was perfect because the apartment was getting more packed and the lights were dim, so he could barely see anyone unless standing directly next to them. The final text I sent him before going to the bathroom was a nude of myself that I took a few days before. I had also sent the same nude to my ex as well. He got the picture right after I took it though. I'm not gonna comment on it. I'm not gonna do it. Because at this point, just be with your bro. But anyway.
I mean, this can be said with all of these stories.
Right. At this point. Anyway, a few moments later, I was in the bathroom waiting for him to come through. I heard a light tap on the door and I peeked out and it was him. Once he was in, I locked the door behind him and he told me to take off my pants and to bend over so he can see my pretty ass and pussy from the back. I did what I was told. He kept smacking my ass and watched it jiggle before he stuck his face in it. He started sucking on my pussy lips gently and kissing in between. Then he did Then he did light licks on the lips. He told me to spread my legs so he can get to my clit and started flicking on it like he was strumming a guitar. I was moaning softly. I didn't want to be too loud. He then made his way to my asshole and licked it, around it, in it, kissing it. He kept going back and forth from my pussy to my asshole. I'm not a squirter, but I'm definitely a creamer, and I saw my cream all over his beard. Shout outs to the creamers. Not everybody can squirt.
Seriously, like female ejaculation is a gift, honestly. Like I wish that like every single person could like leave their mark on a man's face and beard.
She goes, we swapped spit as I wanted to taste my own cream, and then I held the spit in my mouth, unbuckled his pants, pulled down his briefs, and spat it on his dick. I let him mouth fuck me for a hot second, but it didn't last long because I was heaving on it. I probably even threw up a little bit on it. 10 minutes passed by and he wouldn't come. So I said, we have to get out of here soon before people get suspicious. He said, I bet. We washed up a little. I went out first, and then he waited like a few more moments before he came out. Thank God the bathroom was in the cut and not near where everyone was sitting. The night progressed. She said, doing that in a party is funny. Now your face smelling like Badusi. So she goes, the night progressed and my pussy is smiling ear to ear because I just got my nut off. I stand next to my ex, started dancing on him like I wasn't sucking the next man's dick in the bathroom. He was wild drunk. I don't think I've ever saw him like this before. He all of a sudden makes his way to the DJ section and comes on the mic. He was cool with the DJ. All you heard come out the speakers was Keisha. I had to change the names, guys. So these are not the real names. Keisha is a whore and fucks with her best friend, her bro, Ryan, and dropped the mic and stormed out the apartment. Everyone was stunned, including me, and everyone was looking at my bro and I. I didn't know what to do or say. I started running after my ex, but his friends were like, nah, you violated, and called him an Uber to get home. They even tried to fight my bro, but people were standing in the middle to prevent that happening. How my ex found out was that my bro was standing next to him when I sent that nude, and he doesn't have a screen protector, and there was my pussy out all on his phone.
Well,
so,
what lesson did we learn here, kids? Get a screen protector.
Get a screen protector. If you're gonna be messy like this, get a screen protector. You need the screen protector.
I am not advocating, obviously, for messiness, but if you're gonna be that, why not be smart about it?
Get a privacy screen. That's it. They're only $10 on Amazon.
This one has to be a Scorpio.
Guys, what are we rating the story from 1 to 5 chili peppers, 1 being mild and 5 being very, very spicy?
This one has 5.
And can we guess their zodiac signs? Now she at the party with Penny Breath and her boyfriend Les. Ah!
Giving this one, I chili peppers. This was spicy. This was hot. I love it. I think it was the explosion at the end. I was like, boom, yeah. and then the thick breath, pussy breath, cream, beard. I can just imagine everyone running out of this building and just like going all over the place.
It's him getting on the mic for me. Hey Joe, we got 5 microphones. Can you guess your zodiac signs, Irma?
Oh, okay. I suck at this. So I'm not gonna know who is who, but for sure there's a Scorpio in here.
Okay.
I'm gonna say a Libra at this point because like I feel like there's a trend. And I am going to make the bro a Gemini.
Okay. Let's see what other people. Someone says the best party of the year. So we have.
I need this to be at like
wasn't private. It just wasn't private. So we have 5 chili peppers, 5 clowns. Someone asked if she's a Taurus. Someone says Shorty's just devious. We have 5 chili peppers. Best friend is a Capricorn. 5 mics. I know they were screaming in there. Okay, guys. So Irma, funny. This is the first one you got correct. So he's a Gemini and she was a Scorpio.
I gave it a 5. See, that's probably, it all lines up. It got 5 chili peppers. Like, I got the answers right. Yeah, this story is.
All right, guys. That was our last story. And now we're going to turn it over to Irma, where she's going to tell a story of how she had sex with a sis because no bros involved, period, poo.
Well, I have had sex with men. I do have sex with men.
Okay.
And then men, yes.
Got it. Okay, got it. I'm sorry. So before we do that, follow The Spicy Studios on Instagram and Twitter. And come rock with us next Saturday to brunch. And then come with us to Cups and Combos game night, where I'll be hosting karaoke. If you want to come out for brunch and celebrate 2 years anniversary with Spicy Studios and our brunch, follow us and it will be on our link in our bio. All right, Irma, take it away. Tell us the time that you had sex with a bro or sis or both.
So I do need a disclaimer. I have never had sex with my personal bro or sis, but I have been in 2 different situations. Like for some reason, this just happens to me where the person that I was dating in college, before I got with him, his frat brother also liked me. And I decided, I was like, I'm single. Ain't no one asked me to be their girlfriend. So I can have sex whenever I want. So I was having sex with both. And
love that.
Graduation day. I had to make a decision on who I was going to cheer on at graduation. They were both going to be there. One person was going to be graduating. The other was the frat brother. So they were cute. He was going to be sitting in the stands. So I had to make a decision of, all right, so am I going to be with old dude in the stands or am I going to be cheering on old dude that's graduating?
Both of them.
I even had to ask my mom.
I would have been like both of them getting applause.
I sent her, like when she was like, send me pictures. Let's decide this on pictures. They were both fine as fuck. So she also struggled. She said, well, this man is too pretty, so he would just give you a headache. So go with the other one.
Not the medium ugly man.
So I blamed it on my mama.
She told you to pick the medium ugly man. I don't blame her though.
They were both beautiful, but
one was slightly more medium ugly.
Not even. It's like think of Michael B. Jordan.
Okay.
And then who's a fine ass light skin?
Ooh, fine ass light skin. I don't know. But someone asked you who had the better dick. Do they both have good dick?
What?
Someone asked who had the better dick. Who had better dick?
Okay, so here's the problem.
Okay.
One was good at head, and the other was good with his stroking. So I was getting
the best of both worlds.
Like the best of both worlds with both of them. The one who was good at head made me discover that I could squirt, and because that was how good his game was, and that had never happened to me. And so I was like, oh, okay. And then the other one who was good at his stroke game, stigmatized me.
Damn.
So I ended up to shorten the story, I ended up going with the good dick, and because my mom was like, it's a little more wholesome, like maybe there's longevity there. Mm-hmm. Hey, I And so on graduation day, I'm cheering him on. Frat brother sees me and just nods his head like, all right, I'll see how it is. In the stands. And I'm like,
so that's how they found out that you were like both fucking with them?
yes. And my dumbass still texted him later and was like, hi. And he was like, nah, don't even.
Oh shit, Irma, you ain't shit. You ain't shit, Irma. How you hurt this man feelings and hit him with the hey, big head?
I'm 30 now. I have grown, so you were
No, okay, we've all been like shitty at one point in our lives, like, you know.
So I usually call that like the triangle because I ended up finding myself in a very similar situation a few years ago with the person that I was recently dating. Before I met him, 2 weeks before I met him, I had sex with his best friend, but I didn't know that was his best friend.
Damn it!
No!
Damn it! God damn it!
It was just a mess. And then like I meet the ex 2 weeks later, and I'm like, oh, I didn't do anything. I like was trying to be good because I was like, nah, this is messy. I can't do that. But they were both messaging me and they were both talking to me, and so I'm like,
well, I might as well respond.
so I was like, I mean, I guess. So in my head, I'm just thinking, it's just fun and games. And then a month later, one of them is asking me to be their girlfriend. I'm like, fuck, I thought we were just having fun.
Oh no. Men love to pretend that they're having fun until they catch feelings. You know, we had an episode like this where it was called Loving the Crew. That was like our Loving the Crew episode, which basically is like tell us the time you had sex with someone and with two people and they actually knew each other. So
and that's exactly what happened. And now I definitely so also context, I was in Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
It's a small ass town. Everyone knows everyone for the most part.
Okay.
Now, so I'm grateful that it is going to be incredibly rare for me to find myself having sex with someone who also I'm going to end up having sex with their friend. Like, I think that the chances of that happening here, but now I'm seeing your face, so never mind.
Let me tell you something, Irma. New York City is big, but it's also small at the same damn time. Like, it's literally 5 degrees of separation out here. So you may, yes, that could happen, right? So it's look, Ashley's like, you think so, right? So you may think you're in a bigger city, but baby,
There goes that thought.
I'm so sorry, darling. I wish I can say unless you fuck with a man who's like lives in Harlem and then you mess with a man unless you mess with a woman who lives in Harlem and you mess with like a woman that lives in Brooklyn and that woman in Brooklyn never goes past 14th Street.
Yeah. I will say that since I've been here, I have been much more in the queer community, and it is very small. Like I keep finding, I keep going to all these parties and bumping into the same
people. Yep.
Versus with men, I don't really pay attention to men like that, but I haven't had that experience yet in New York. I currently, in my head, my game plan is that if I were to mess with anyone, man or woman, I have to be more proactive about now seeking out the friendship circles to make sure there's no mutual friends.
Girl, go through that Instagram list. Go through the Instagram. Go through the Twitter, because
it has been way too messy, and I'm trying to live in peace.
Wait, see, Ashley, because Ashley's part of it. She said, "Gay girls be sharing, okay?"
Listen, that's the thing about sharing is caring.
Sharing is caring. Yes, sharing is caring.
And all of that. So that I will give it to.
Yeah. No, not actually saying you got to go through Facebook. You're right. You might have to go through Facebook too. Oh shit. All right. Irma, thank you for being a co-host with us this evening. You were amazing. Please tell people where they can find you because you did not even say your tag, not once. Where can people find you and hit you up?
Yes. First of all, thank you for having me. I had so much fun.
I'm glad you did.
I am on Instagram and Twitter at both Sex Ed with Irma. So follow me if you are interested in sex ed info and more events coming up in New York City. So yeah.
All right, guys, that has been another episode of Spicy Pole Wednesday. Again, follow us on The Spicy Studios on Instagram and Twitter. And come rock with us next Saturday at our brunch and then at Cups and Combos game night. With that being said, have a good night, guys, and always keep it spicy. Bye. Let me stop the stream here.